Hey everybody, it's Benny One, and I'm back at you with another movie review, everybody. And today we are going to be reviewing Roland Emmerich's newest disaster movie, everybody, and that is Moonfall. I'm going to apologize right now. I have a really bad nasal cold allergy thing going on, so I'm really stuffed up and sound very nasally at the moment. So, let's get into this new movie from Roland Emmerich, Moonfall, everybody. So, Roland Emmerich is known for disaster movies. He did a lot of sci-fi type movies early on in his directing career, but he's mostly known as like the best like disaster movie director in Hollywood today because he's done movies like Independence Day, the second Independence Day. He's done the 1998 Godzilla movie. He's did Today After Tomorrow. He did 2012. He did what other movies has he done? Midway. That's a fairly new movie that he did. I really enjoy Midway too. And he also did The Patriot, starring Mel Gibson, which is kind of a different movie for him to do. And I actually really enjoy The Patriot too because I love history movies about wars and stuff like that. So yes, it's a disaster movie. If you've seen any movies that he's directed that are about disaster movies, like The Day After Tomorrow and 2012, if you've watched those two movies, you pretty much know what you're going to get with Moonfall. Now, yes, that doesn't mean that it's the most amazing movie that's ever been made. Is there some entertainment value? Why, yes, there is, I think. So, this stars Halle Berry. She plays Jocinda Fowler. She is works for NASA, and she's one of the higher up like people at NASA and everything. And then Patrick Wilson plays Brian Harper, who is with NASA too, and that's where the movie kind of opens, is they're on a mission in space in 2011, and they're working on like a satellite and stuff like that, and that's when we get introduced to our mysterious thing that is messing with the moon and everything. So, and it's kind of a cool little concept, I'm not gonna lie. I liked the concept that they went with. Now, the execution of the concept, yeah, that's the thing. So, those are our two big stars, and then we have John Bradley playing Casey, and he's most known for Game of Thrones, but I enjoy watching him in any movie that I've ever seen him in, and I really enjoyed him in Game of Thrones. He's this like nerd scientist guy that's like really into space and science and like a Star Trek nerd to the core. And he's obsessed with the moon and stuff, and how he thinks the moon is not really an actual dead planet. So he thinks it's like this mega structure thing, and it's pretty interesting stuff. I will say that like his character by the end of the movie, they do take some very convenient things and kind of really rush certain elements of his character development towards the end of the movie, but it is a big disaster movie, so they don't actually have a lot of time. But I enjoy watching the guy in the movies. And then Michael Pena is in this movie, everybody. That's right. He plays Tom Lopez, and he is the stepfather to Brian Harper's oldest son, and he's the guy that married his ex-wife. And we'll talk about that side plot of characters because that was very clearly the weakest story elements of the movie, unfortunately, and that was the stuff down on Earth that we were getting to see all the disaster shit happening, and that's what sucks about that. So yes, the whole concept of this movie is the moon gets knocked out of its orbit around the Earth because of this mysterious thing that is messing with the moon's orbit, and the moon starts getting closer to Earth, and it's like a 2-week timeline that they basically have. And the closer the moon gets to the Earth and its rotation, it affects the gravitational pull, and it's like making the tides rise and flood the coastal cities and everything. And I will say this, that You might as well just take logic and throw it out the damn window, because nothing logically makes any damn sense in this movie. Whether you're talking about the stuff that's in space, the disaster shit that's happening on Earth because of the moon. Now, is it cool looking? Yes, it's very cool looking. Is it entertaining? Yes, it is. That's the thing about these disaster movies that Roland does. They're dumb, big budgeted disaster movies that have shit scripts usually. The characters are usually not very strong. The character dynamics, the development of the characters, the dialogue, all of that shit is pretty weak in all of these movies that he's done. And I would say that is the same in Moonfall, unfortunately. But it's kind of one of those movies that's it's a bad movie, but it's entertaining to watch. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. There are bad movies that we all love to sit down and watch. And I honestly, I had a good time watching this movie. I just had a fun time watching this movie. So after they discover that the moon is knocked out of orbit and it's coming closer to the Earth, Halle Berry's character and Patrick Wilson's character and John Bradley's character all eventually get together with weird instances and run into each other's and all this stuff. And they are like, well, we got to go on this mission out in space, and we got to save the moon, and we got to save the planet Earth. It's your cliche disaster movie. It really is. Like, the relationships that Brian Harper, played by Patrick Wilson, has with his oldest son, like, it's so cliche. Like, you've seen it. You really have. Halle Berry's character, Jocinda, with her son, her young son. You've seen it. And that's the thing, is, like, you should not go into this movie expecting to see the most amazing disaster movie that's ever been made. It's got the best plot, best script, best characters, dialogue, all that shit, because it doesn't. It doesn't. There are so many cheesy, horribly written one-liners in this movie. So now we're gonna get to that side plot thing I talked about. So Michael Pena's character, Tom Lopez, and Patrick Wilson's ex-wife character had two daughters with Tom Lopez, and then they have the older son. And then Halle Berry has this exchange student that's like a nanny for her, and has her son. And they're trying to get to this, like, U.S. military government bunker thing where Halle Berry's son's dad is, because he's in the military and she's in NASA. So, and that's what I'm talking about. It's cliche. You've seen it before. That whole side plot with them was not very interesting at all. It was very poorly written. The dialogue between everybody was not very good at all. I felt like Michael Pena felt very out of place in this movie. Like, I just don't feel like he should have been in the movie. I almost feel like this side plot shouldn't have been in the movie in a way. And maybe it should have just been about Brian's oldest son and the exchange student and Halle Berry's young son. And they should have just cut out the ex-wife and the two daughters and Michael Pena's character, Tom. It felt very forced and just odd to me. And of course, it has the human element of people trying to take stuff from them and rob them and hurt them because the world is falling apart. That's what I'm talking about. It's cliche. You've seen it before. But the thing is, the movie was fun. I don't know. Even with all of the bad shit that it was, and you'll laugh at certain things that happen in the movie. I know I probably started laughing about 4 times, at least 4 times, when something happened in the movie. I really think the concept is really cool. It's really cool seeing the moon freaking rotate, like, right above the Earth. Like, it actually goes in the Earth's atmosphere at one point, and, like, it's pretty cool shit. Logically, it makes no damn sense what's going on with what has been proven in real life about science, but it's entertaining, and that's the thing. This is just a big, dumb, popcorn disaster movie. Taco Bell, whatever the hell you want to call it. I call them popcorn flicks but some people call them Taco Bell flicks now. But yeah, I had fun with it for some reason, even though it's a bad movie. It is not a well-made movie. So I'm gonna give Moonfall a 7 out of 10, purely on entertainment value, basically, because it most definitely is not based on the script, the acting, and all that shit. The special effects were actually really good in the movie, though, too. I will say that. I forgot to talk about that. I actually thought the special effects were pretty damn good. So, a 7 out of 10, everybody, for Moonfall. I hope you guys enjoyed that review. I thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you on the tube later because I have spoken.